Live from the New England seacoast and sunny Mexico, it's time for Channel Reviews. Please welcome your fabulous hosts, Mr. Dee, Nimmin, and Daniel Batal. Good afternoon, Mr. D. Nimmin.
I don't have the voice changer. So I'm going to take this off. How's everybody doing? I feel like I need a voice changer like that. How are you doing that?
It's a Roland VR1 HD. I'm pretending like it's actually effects. It's just that I haven't slept a lot recently and my voice is kind of groggy. I'll snap out of it, I promise.
All right.
Comes and it goes.
So you've got a great mask on. It allows you to continue speaking. I feel like I need to cut the bottom off of mine in order to do that.
I feel like that there's going to be some hitting of the microphone in here with the nostrils. I'll be honest. Does it make my nose look big? Come on, I'm Arabic. I'm sensitive about these things.
You are from, right? So how's everybody doing? Obviously, it's not Halloween, but it is the month of Halloween. Therefore, it is a Halloween-themed show. And yes, you can add these sorts of graphics. You can make them and upload them into Streamyard yourself. And man, Streamyard has been doing some really cool new additions lately.
Oh yeah, well, we were at Vid Summit recently, just a week or two ago. We got and sat with Dan and Gage, the founders and creators, the guys who are building the software, and just talking about all the new things that they're working on. Some of them I can't talk about, but they have just crazy stuff that's coming down the pipeline that's going to make StreamYard even more powerful than it already is, and it's pretty powerful.
Awesome, man. I'm having trouble. I'm looking at you, and it's just freaking me out.
Sorry, that happens.
But
wait a minute. Let me go back to my real voice, okay?
Yeah.
Is this better?
There you go.
Does this help?
If you would be so kind to tell everybody in the studio audience today what we're doing, how we're playing the game, and how this all works.
I'd love to, Mr. Dean Nimmin. So welcome to Channel Reviews Live. This is where we actually gamify the idea of reviewing your channels. What we're going to do is Dee's going to put a word up on the screen as you see it. Type that as you see it once into the chat, and we're going to use the StreamYard giveaway tool to actually spin. It spins and rotates all of the people who've typed that into the chat, and it'll pull someone out, and we'll bring you up, and we're going to have a wheel that we spin that's the wheel of best practices to see what it is we're going to look at. And if you get best 2 out of 3, you move on to the final round where you can win fabulous prizes. If you miss 2 out of 3, we're going to move on to the next contestant from the chat. But you can keep playing. We've had contestants come up more than once. You only need to type that in one time. And if you don't see your name on screen, don't freak out. That's just sometimes StreamYard only shows a certain handful of them. But if you type it in the chat, it's got you in there. Right now we have 20 entries. Come on, people. I want to see that word StreamYard in there more often.
Yeah, and if you win the grand winner today, if you get to go to the merch shop and choose something, I'm just gonna suggest picking up a mug or a super soft, comfortable hoodie.
I love the mug. The mug is actually really damn it. My mug changed. Well, the StreamYard mug is one of our favorites, though.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. Okay, so we have 32 entries. You ready?
Yeah, let's spin this thing.
Let's get started. Let's go.
Is it me or does the wheel sound like it needs a little grease today?
Needs a little bit of grease.
Try and learn bikes. Try and learn bikes. I've tried to learn bikes. Let's try and learn bikes.
Let's go.
Or maybe it's T. Ryan, because it is a capital R. T. Ryan.
I think it is. T. Ryan learn bikes.
T. Ryan learn bikes. T. Ryan learn bikes. Okay, I have found this. Hold on, let me just kill the audio here. Last thing I need is to get a community guideline strike or copyright strike for using someone's music, letting it play in the background. All right, I have found this the channel that is in question, I believe, unless there's another one called T. Ryan Learn Bikes, which would be my luck. It seems like it happens to me all the time. But what we're going to do here, Mr. T. Ryan, is we're going to actually spin the wheel and let our wheel decide what it is we're going to look at. Now, if I can find my wheel. Hold on one second here.
Can you see what
there it is?
Big nose in front?
It's hard. I got to say, it's hard. Having a big nose is tough, and the mask isn't helping.
You themed out the wheel.
I themed out the wheel.
I love it.
We're not playing around here. Let's get right into this thing. Now, you'll notice there are some changes to the wheel this week. We have tricks and treats on the wheel. So if you land on a treat, you can choose anything from the Streamyard catalog of merchandise, any single item. But if you land on trick, you will be eliminated, and we will be moving on to the next contestant. So let's spin this wheel and see what we're looking at today on the T. Ryan channel. Love it. Oh. There we are. Replies to comments. This is another new one that Dee suggested to say, hey, listen, are you replying to the comments that are in your on your channel? Wait a second. Megan, what did I say? Megan, don't eat the brain. Megan, don't eat the brain. Megan, don't eat. She's been doing this all day, Dee. It's like she just keeps eating brains. Just put it down. Oh. Put it down. Put it down. Oh. I swear, this time of year she gets like this. I think it's something in the air. So like I said, if you've been replying to your comments on the people who are actually leaving comments on your videos, that can really help engagement. It can get people excited about the fact that you've taken the time to respect the fact that they've left you a comment. And this can actually help with engagement. If they come back in and they leave another reply to your reply, this is where you can really get people interested and engaging with your channel. So let's pull this up over here and let's say.
And I just want to note here that you went all out on the Halloween decorations.
This isn't decorations. We just don't really clean around here, and sometimes the cobwebs and stuff get really thick, and it's just how it is, you know. But I promise, after Halloween, we'll get back to it.
Yeah. So one of the fun things about living in Asia is we don't really do Halloween to that level. I can't even think where I would even go to find cobwebs like that unless they were real.
Well, you know what's cool is, you know, not only do we celebrate Halloween out here, but, you know, even Puddles the duck celebrates Halloween.
Look at that.
He's in costume. He's going to be a good ghost this year. All right, let's see. So let's pull up this channel. All out. We're not playing today. So let's pull up this channel and let's see exactly what it is we are looking at. If I can find the channel. Where did the channel go? There it is.
We are looking at
somewhere. All right, so now we're going to pick. What do you think, Dee? I'll go into the videos. Let me see. Well, you know, there's one that he's got from 2 weeks ago that's got 1,300 views, which is great. So let's see if Mr. T. Ryan is down here actually replying to the comments. And as we come down here, I am seeing not only that there are replies, but I'm seeing that his avatar, his channel profile pic is right there, which means he's been in there replying himself. And I love this when you see 3 replies. This is exactly why replying to comments helps. Someone asks a question or makes a comment. He goes in and he replies, and he goes deeper with it, and he actually gets in a conversation. That person comes back and they reply again, so you get this conversation going on down in your comments section. That can be super powerful for really trying to take your channel to the next level in terms of engagement. So that's a total win.
Yep, love it.
Yeah. All the trick-or-treaters are happy about that.
Yes, love it.
So let's pull the wheel back up again and let's see what it is we're going to look at next. That's a one hit. What do we call it? One trick. We'll call it a trick. One treat. I don't even know the difference. This is the world I live in. So that's one treat. Let's see if we can get. Let's see if we can get the 2 and then move them on to the final round. This is harder with a mask on. Kablam! And he's got the treat. That's awesome. So listen, you get to choose any single item from the Streamyard catalog of merchandise, and we'll give you what you want to do is you want to contact Megan, who is over. Megan, put the brain down. Megan, don't eat the brain. No, bad Megan. Bad Megan. Oh my God. She'll put her email inside of the chat. What you want to do is reach out to Megan. She'll confirm your channel. And then what she will do is give you a link so that you can go in and make sure that you can pick anything from the catalog of merchandise on the Streamyard merchandise shelf, and we'll get it sent out to you. Now, what do we do here, Dee? Do we stop at this point and move on to another, or do we finish this out? He had one treat.
Let's finish it out.
Let's finish it out. I agree. I like that idea. Let's finish this thing out. So let's spin this wheel again. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's what happens here. You know, the wheel of destiny. Well, the good news is you can continue playing, and you've already won any piece of merchandise from the Streamyard catalog. So continue to play. You can keep playing. We pulled up people more than once off in here. So let's move on to the chat again. Dee, what word are they going to type into the chat here? Did you already put that one up? Did I miss it?
The word we put up on the screen right now is spooky.
Type that one
in. Spooky, as in Megan eating brains. I did not know that was going to happen.
Yeah,
that was. I feel like I kind of, you know, I don't know. I feel like I should have put cobwebs up or Halloween lights or hung some bats or something.
I think what you meant to say is you shouldn't have taken the cobwebs down that were there when you came back from 2 years in Mexico. Just leave them up. They might be useful one day out of the year.
Yeah. Wow. You went all out.
We don't play.
Yeah, sorry. I did graphics. That's got to count for something.
All right.
I need to cut this little hole out here so I can speak through.
What? Okay.
This seemed like a good idea. Okay. This seemed like a good idea at the time.
I know. I had to search around for something that I could put over my face for a little while. I don't know how long it'll last, but my mouth would still work, right? Oh, see, but here I'm banging into the microphone. It's very hard. Big nose, very tricky.
Yeah.
All right, spooky. We've got 46 entries.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's do this thing. Oh, we have Lurch, who's actually helping with the timpani roll over here today. Lurch, are you ready? Oh, I guess that's a yes. Let's just spin this.
Right, let's go.
Kate in Orlando. Kate in Orlando. Let's find Kate's channel and see if we can pull this up first try. Sometimes for me, I always manage to find that there's 2 Kates in Orlando's, or I'll find the wrong one. It's like a gift I have. Kate in Orlando.
Kate
that looks like the same avatar.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I've got it. This is the one.
Awesome.
All right, perfect. So what we're going to do here, now you want to notice that as we spin this wheel, every slice that's chosen is eliminated from the wheel. So the selection on the wheel gets narrower and narrower, so you could be closer to winning something or closer to getting a elimination, or who knows. So it does get a little trickier as we move on. But let's spin that wheel and see what we're going to look at on Kate in Orlando's channel.
Go.
Optimized titles. Dee, can you please tell the people here and in the replay what we mean by optimized titles and how that can help a channel actually grow faster?
Absolutely. An optimized title is a title that actually speaks to your target audience. It can be descriptive, it can be compelling, that makes them curious about what your video is about, or it can be keyword rich and let them know exactly what your video is about. Bottom line is, at a glance, you should be able to tell what your video is about, or it should pique their curiosity enough to make them want to click in.
All right, why don't we do this? Why don't we throw this out to all the little trick-or-treaters out there, all the little beasts in the chat, and let them tell us if you think these titles are optimized titles that would quickly and clearly not only explain what these videos are about, but compel the viewer to make them want to click. So let me grab my old man magnifying glass out. Audio only of Kio, K-I-O. January 3, 2023, SpaceX, My View. It looks like there's a ship. Okay, that SpaceX ship has definitely changed over time. December 24, 2022, 7 a.m., and it's 31 degrees Fahrenheit. The moon, 12/7/22. Update live. SpaceX. Breaking live video. Kio, K-I-O, reporting if you have any tips. August 5th, 2022, rain bomb reporting. Anyone? Thumbs up if you think these are very clear and compelling and would actually trigger the viewer, the part of the target audience, to actually want to click and watch these videos based on the titles that you're seeing here. What are we seeing? I'm reading some of the things in chat now. I'm seeing I'm not. I'm seeing a thumbs down. I'm seeing another thumbs down. I'm seeing another thumbs down. Yeah, those beasts out there, I can hear them. They're growling.
Yeah. Werewolves.
The werewolves out there.
Yeah. We got a lot of thumbs down.
Yeah, you know, I think we've got a lot of thumbs down. Dee, can we offer some advice here about what potentially Kate in Orlando could do in her titles to maybe bring them a little closer to something that might compel the viewer to want to click and watch?
Yeah, so at a glance, you know, I see she has one about the moon. She also has one about SpaceX. So my question to you would be, right, think like a viewer. When in doubt, anytime when in doubt, ask yourself, what would my target audience, what would the viewer be interested in? What the title that could interest my viewer? If I'm just scrolling, if I'm your target audience and I'm scrolling through YouTube and I just see the moon, that doesn't tell me anything. I mean, I know it's the moon. What about the moon? What about it? Is it a full moon? Is there an eclipse? Where is it? What's special about this moon video? Same for SpaceX. What about SpaceX? What could you write there in a descriptive manner to tell me what this video is about? Now, Daniel, just go type in SpaceX and let's just do a search and let's see what other people are talking about in regards to SpaceX.
Okay, so we're seeing huge SpaceX Starship progress as Falcon Heavy launches the most metal mission ever with Psych. Okay. SpaceX rocked. Falcon Heavy just launched first interplanetary mission for NASA. SpaceX Falcon Heavy launches NASA Psych to weird metal asteroid. So we're seeing a lot of things that are explaining not only the launch, what's involved, where they're headed with the rocket, explaining the mission a little bit. This Psych mission, here it is. NASA SpaceX launched Psych mission, spacecraft to travel for 6 years to deep space to asteroid. Like, I read that and I know exactly what this video is going to be about and what's going on and why I might want to watch. So it's more than just SpaceX or a date, really explaining what might be happening.
Right. Yeah, so that should give you a general idea. And this applies across all of the videos on your channel. All of your titles are very generic, and they don't really tell me anything. They don't pique my curiosity. They don't really tell me anything. So if you're confused about what to do, like let's say you're filming an eclipse, a lunar eclipse, go type in lunar eclipse and go look at what the top videos are putting in there for their titles. You don't necessarily have to copy those, but it should give you some inspiration and a general idea of what might be interesting to your target audience. The moon isn't going to cut it if you're trying to grow your channel and try to get things moving.
Yeah, and I think this is a newer channel because I'm looking at the amount of full-length videos here. There's 52 videos in total. I bet you there's some shorts on here too. So it's still a fairly new channel, and I think, you know, it's cool to kind of find your ground and make some videos and learn your craft. That we've all been through that, so don't take that the wrong way. But as you start moving forward, really think about being a consumer of YouTube too, understanding why you click on a video, why people you're trying to reach would be interested in your content, and just bringing that around so that you start drawing things into focus, so that the content that they really loved maybe last week, they can expect from you, you know, in the upcoming weeks, and they know what your channel's really about. Because I kind of get it. It's like Kate in Orlando, and maybe she's close to where they're launching some of these rockets from. So there's like there's almost this feeling of, man, if that's what she loves, you know, covering and talking about, then that would be really cool. Kind of talking about living down in those areas where, you know, they're sending rockets up, and maybe she has a closer view to the launch pads and what it's like from the ground, being a mile or two away and seeing it. That could be really cool. That'd be something I'd want to watch.
Yep, I agree. All right, you got another spin.
Yeah, that's only one strike. Let's spin it again and see where we're going to go. Cards. Dee, can you tell people here and in the replay what we mean by cards and how they can effectively help you grow your channel faster?
Absolutely. I've got an image up on the screen right now that is pointing to where your card will actually show up if you have cards. And the reason you should use cards is it is an excellent opportunity to lead the viewer to another piece of content. Keep in mind, the goal is to get them watching, to keep them watching, and then preferably to hand them off to an additional piece of content.
Nicely said, my friend. So what we're going to do is let's pull up this channel and let's see if some of her content actually is using cards. I'm going to try to find something that's maybe a little more popular, been around, got a few more views, something that you go, yeah, I would definitely make sure that one has a card. Let's see. This breaking live video, I'm going to try this one from a year ago that has a 124 views. That was a larger amount of views than some of the other ones on her channel. Let me see what that does. And as I click on this, if there were a card, it would be a white circle up in the upper right corner, which would be hard to see in the white background, but it would still pop out. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing a card here. So what I would recommend is in some of your videos, you know, I say always, you know, put a card in. I mean, I think every video should have a card in it. It's just a really great way to combat all this stuff that's going on the right-hand side. Every time someone watches your video on the watch page, YouTube goes to town trying to show them all kinds of stuff, like our live stream or Nick's live stream or other things that are unrelated to your channel, but might be related to that viewer's interest. So always remember, you're competing against the other interest of the viewer, and you're competing with a bunch of stuff that's going to be put right next to your video. So try to get ahead of it by using things like cards to keep that viewer watching your content and not going to someone else's channel.
Is Nick still live?
Is he? I think he may be. Yeah, boy,
Really?
that man can talk.
That's-
Should we wait? Hold on, let me see.
He's like
He's
jet
just
lagged and
going.
everything.
Let's see what's he talking about. He's taking questions. Maybe we should just start answering his questions.
We should.
How come he's getting super chats? No. That's awesome. I love Nick. Your brother's so great. So yeah, unfortunately, I think that is. Yeah, the trick-or-treaters aren't happy to see you have 2 strikes. But listen, keep on playing. You can get pulled up again. And while you're here waiting, listen, everybody, if you notice these things and you notice on your channel, like, wow, I don't have cards, get in there. Start adding some cards while you're here having fun with us. Get in here. Make sure you're doing some of the things that you're seeing. If you're missing some of these best practices, jump on your channel and put some of these things into action while you're here. Let's have some fun and get some work done at the same time.
Love it.
What's up, Boo? Yo, Boo.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah.
Boo. It's more like it's not like, sup, boo. It's more like, boo.
Oh, scary Boo. Oh, sorry. I read it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to my Boo, she's kind of a little bit of both. She's got a little scary, and she's my Boo. All right, we've got 34 in there. Come on, people, write that word Boo. You know what? This makes it really hard to drink too. Oh, I could do. That's not smart. That's not a good thing to do.
I love it.
Be honest with me.
Yeah.
I haven't slept in a few days. Are these bags under my eyes noticeable?
You've looked better. Why haven't you slept? While people
I don't
are typing
know.
in the next word. Hold on. While people are typing in the next word, which is boo with an exclamation point, go ahead and type that in. In the meantime, I want to hear why you haven't slept in a couple of days.
Well, you know, we were away in New York. I went out to the Made on YouTube event, and then I got back, and immediately we went off to Vid Summit. So I've just been on the go a lot, and then Vid Summit's a different time zone, which throws me off a little bit too, and just that constant staying up late. You know what it's like. We've been together at Vid Summit. We stay up all hours of the night drinking coffee. Coffee. That's what we drink when we stay up late. And, you know, it takes me a while to readjust once I get back in. I get right home and I got a whole bunch of work I got to catch up on, and I don't sleep well.
Okay. How was Vid Summit, by the way?
It was wonderful. I love it. It gets better every year. It was in Dallas this year, which was such a pleasant change from LA. Nothing against LA, but the restrictions sometimes with the Wi-Fi and things happening. It was more spread out, more restaurants, more people. 2,500 people were there this year. So it was like two and a half times, you know, what we're used to there. It's usually 1,000, 1,500, and it was 2,500. It was huge. Wonderful, wonderful time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, where'd you go there?
I'm over here somewhere.
I'm over here clicking on stuff, not even...
Just hit buttons. Who cares?
I am. I'm hitting buttons here.
All right. What do we want to do? We want to spin this thing? Lurch, you ready?
Let's spin it. Let's go.
Jeez. Okay, let's go.
So they actually had internet this year.
They did have internet, which is wonderful.
Good.
Raul Reynolds drawing. Now, here's a perfect example of someone that we've seen before, who's come here, who has played this game, he comes back every month. He's not afraid to get back in there. He's been pulled up several times. So now, you know, Raul, we have a higher standard with you. We're not going to accept a lot of mistakes from you because we know you've been in there doing the thing. You know all the tips. You know everything that needs to be done. So all of the best practices, we're going to be really tough on you and make sure that you're really leaning into all the stuff you've learned along the way. But we have to let the wheel decide what it is we're going to look at. So let's pull up the wheel and spin it. That wasn't much of a spin. No. I tell you, it's all that clacking. It needs oil. WD-40.
clear channel name.
Okay, so clear channel name. Dee, can you explain to people what we mean by clear channel name and why that might be important when you're putting together a channel on YouTube?
Yeah, absolutely. A clear channel name, a clear channel name is a simple channel name that's not too clever. You want something memorable. You want something that's easy to spell. A lot of times people make it really complicated and they use 3's instead of E's, and they just make it all super difficult. But his name, I think, is really easy. We can give it to him.
Yeah, I think that's a win. I mean, it even says drawing in it. You know that he's. I mean, I got to show the channel really quickly too. He's got art is life, and when you scroll down, it's all this wonderful stuff showing him drawing. Great. It's like he's so. That is, you know, that makes all the little trick or treaters happy when they see that. Yeah. See, they're just cheering already. So that's an immediate hit right off the bat. That's a treat, is what we call that today. That is a treat. So we're going to spin the wheel again and see if we can get a second treat and get Raul to move on to the final round. There we go. We got, you want a treat. So what you get here is you can go pick anything from the Streamyard catalog of merchandise. Megan is going to leave her email inside of the chat. Raul, what you want to do is reach out to her. She will connect, confirm your identity, send you a link so that you can go ahead and pick anything you want, and we will get your information and send that right out to you. Wonderful. That's 2 treats we've given away so far. I love that.
Yeah, me too.
What do we do? Do we keep going? What do we do? He's got one win.
We keep going.
We're not playing today.
Do you want to know? Well, I'll let you spin it.
But then let the clacking stop for a second. Okay, what were you going to say, Dee, before I interrupted you with a lot of clacking wheel?
I was going to say, living in Asia, we don't get the Halloween candy that you guys get. You know, you can go to the store and you have those bags of Halloween candy that you give out. We don't really do Halloween over here. I miss, like every year when it comes time for October, I miss 2 things. One of them isn't Halloween specific, but it's seasonal, and that's pumpkin spice coffee. Okay. Don't have that over here. Yeah. And number 2, candy corn.
Oh, yeah, candy corn. I do love candy corn.
Corn.
You an apple picker? You ever go apple picking? That's what people do around this time of year in my neck of the woods. Apple picking at the orchards.
Like apple orchards? No.
Yeah, you go to the orchards and you go in there and you grab a bucket, basket. What am I trying to say? Yeah. They put you on like on a tractor with a trailer. They just stuck you all in the back. It's like a hayride. They bring you out into the orchard and you just go like fill your bag or your bucket up, and it's like apple picking. It's just one of those things we do out here in New England.
Yeah, the candy corn, man.
Yeah. Does that grow on trees? I don't know what fields. It comes from cane sugar, right? It says corn. It's got to be healthy. It's got corn in the title.
It's high fructose heart attack. That's all I know.
All right. So consistent uploads. Dee, can you explain to the people here in the replay what we mean by consistent uploads and why that might be important to the growth of a channel?
Yeah, we're looking for some sort of consistency. It doesn't mean you have to upload every Monday or every Wednesday at a particular time. We're looking at the distance between your uploads. Do you have some sort of consistency? Once a week, once every other week, every few days, once a month, some sort of consistency, because that is going to be key to growing your channel.
Kind of interesting thing he's got going on here. So he's got an Inktober thing going on right here. It's probably a drawing challenge that he's been doing 3 days ago, 3 days ago, 3 days ago, 3 days ago. It looks down here, I'm seeing Inktober. Yeah, it looks like there's one from 11 days ago, but 8-3. He's definitely been publishing a lot, and this is just the long form. When I go to the short form, he's got a whole bunch of stuff that he's been putting out here. That, look at this, he's really thinking about the seasonality. Look at the background. He's drawing, he's just like we've done here. He's got the skeletons and the cobwebs, and he's got all the pumpkins. He's got the Halloween vibe. He's on Inktober, and he's really leaning into the idea of even drawing the things like the jack-o'-lantern and drawing the creepy eyeball. He's just really playing this smart. Every time we pull up his channel, I love everything about it because I think it's smart. It's done really well. And a guy like this, when you see him put stuff out, and it's not a surprise that he has almost 33,000 subscribers, right? It's not a surprise that when you look at his channel stats that he's got almost 17 million views, right? He's just really smart about publishing consistently. He's really stays on target. He knows what his value proposition and why people want to, engage with his content, and he stays stays in that lane, and he gets rewarded from it. And look he only started here, 2020, beginning of 2020. That was 2 years after me, and he's crushing it, just crushing it, doing really well. Great job, my man. So that means
good job.
Not only did he win some free merch, but we're going to move him into the final round where he'll have a shot at actually winning the, taking a shot at the final wheel spin and potentially winning again.
Get the mug or the hoodie, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I mean, if you live in an environment where you need a hoodie.
That's true. Well said.
Like if you live in Florida, you probably don't need a hoodie. How was the weather in Texas, by the way, for Vid Summit? Was it warm?
Yeah, we had some 94-degree days there while we were there, which was interesting because we came here from about 65-degree days in New England, went down, it was about 94. But it was nice. It's a drier heat, and that's only the peak of the day. The evenings were wonderful. They were breezy. They were in the low 80s, high 70s, right in there. Just a really good time. As long as you weren't out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon standing in the bright sunlight, it was actually a really good time. We had a blast. Danielle was with us, and we went off to the aquarium, which is like their zoo. And then I grabbed DJ Kaufman, Megan, and I, and we went to the Six Flags and rode the crazy Titan hyper coaster with a 255-foot drop, 85 miles an hour. Oh my gosh, that's where the black ice came from.
Hard pass. Hard pass. When I was young, I used to love roller coasters. As an adult, absolutely not. I've seen too many TikTok videos where things go wrong on those things. No way, no thank you.
I got to tell you, I had a blast. It's one of those things. I'm not like a huge roller coaster guy, but if I'm with a group of people and just listen, you're screaming, and then the person, your people with you just see everybody next to you like your friends in the same trauma that you are, and there's something wonderful about that experience. So I dig it. We'll have to. We're gonna have to get you out to next year's Vid Summit. I know you didn't want to travel this year, but maybe next year we can get you to come and then we'll stick you on a roller coaster.
Some of my favorite videos. The slingshot type. They're not roller coasters, but they're like a ride. You get in, they slingshot you up really fast.
Oh yeah, you like those?
No. I love the videos. They put the cameras on them and they record the people's reactions.
Yeah.
I love those where people just like pass out.
Oh.
they'll scream and then
scream,
it takes off.
Pass out.
They just pass out and they wake up and scream and pass out.
Oh, man. That's so funny. Oh,
right.
Yeah, okay. Well.
All right, here we go.
Well, he's moving on. Treat.
Yeah. Type in treat if you have not done so already. We'll let a few more people type that word in, and then we're going to spin it.
Spin it.
We're going to spin it.
68.
Let's let it get up to, let it get to 70 here.
Yeah, 69.
Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
Yeah. Extra points if you know the movie.
There we go.
70. Let's do it.
70. Let's go. Let's do it.
This is exactly what the roller coaster sounds like on the way up. And then on the way down, that's exactly what I sounded like. Eric Waite, Whiskey Studies, our pal Eric Waite. We love Eric, the most sarcastic man in the chat. Always love Eric. Great to have him here. He's got a great sense of humor. He's got a great channel. Let's see. This guy like Eric, I mean, he's been around. We expect good things from Eric's channel, right? So I'm going to pull it up here. Here's Eric's channel. Boy, I just love the look of his channel, man. He just knows how to build stuff. There's no question what this channel is about right from the get-go, right from the channel art. When you start scrolling down, he just nails it. This is an 18-plus channel. I'm a 21-plus channel, right? You're not allowed to engage with his content unless you're of legal drinking age, depending on where you live.
Depending on where you live, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's pull up the wheel and see what we're going to look at on our friend Eric's channel. Ooh,
apparently, there was just a solar eclipse in the U.S. in the West.
Whereabouts?
Is that a thing? I don't know.
Oh.
I mean,
well, so wait a minute.
Time here.
That's crazy. Okay, so solar eclipse is when the
moon goes in front of the sun.
Which one's the lunar eclipse? Oh, that's when the Earth comes between the sun and the moon. All right, and then a solar eclipse is when the moon goes between the sun and the Earth, so it blocks it out. That school stuff doesn't stick like it used to. Here we go, chat's choice. All you little trick-or-treaters out there in the chat, you guys, anything you see on the wheel right now, we have featured content, we have clear value proposition, we have trick. You can actually trick them and actually eliminate them if you want. Actually pick anything you want that you see here or anything that you may have seen previously. You guys choose, and whatever the majority of you seem to want us to take a look at or make a movement towards, that's what we will do. Oregon, I'm in California and can see it. Wow, that's crazy. Maybe that's what took your internet out today. Oh, that's solar activity.
That's called rain.
Oh, sorry.
I'm actually surprised Nick didn't lose his internet. He loses his really easily out in the boonies where he lives.
Yeah. Yeah. We're lucky now. I used to have that problem when I had Comcast. Now we have Fidium fiber, and it's like a wonderful thing. Now I just jinxed us, and we're going to end up losing our internet connection.
So we have a handful in here for featured content. So let's go ahead and choose featured content.
Okay, we will quickly explain what featured content is, Dee, and why that could be helpful for trying to engage with your audience and grow a channel.
Absolutely. I have a channel up on the screen right now, and you can see this video up here at the top. That would be a featured piece of content. And what makes this a great place to put a video is you have two options. You can put a video here for people who are currently subscribed to your channel. So this would be a great idea to put a newly uploaded video, or you can put a video here for people who have not yet subscribed to your channel. So maybe you can find one of the videos in your stats that's converting the most, either through subscribers or through affiliate sales or through ad revenue, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish with your site. That might be a good place to put that video. But you definitely want to take advantage of a featured video, especially if you're trying to bring attention to something.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things that people often overlook. I'm just doing a little quick saving here on the wheel. Make sure I get this done right. Let me go back to the other wheel. There we go. That's one. So let me pull up the channel here quickly, and let's take a look if there is featured content on Eric's channel. And of course, here now, thank goodness I am subscribed, because he would probably hold it against me and mock me for days if I pulled up his channel and I wasn't subscribed to it. But this is what Dee is talking about right here as a subscriber. He's got a piece of featured content, and the featured content that he's put up here is actually an upcoming live stream. It's featured there so that people know ahead of time, hey, I'm going to be going live on October 14th at 8 p.m. So really great use of putting something here for people who would be really engaged with his content. They would probably want to go check out his live stream and know about it ahead of time so they could set their reminder. Well done. Hooray! Okay, let's do this. Let's spin the wheel again. Let's see if Eric can get a twofer. Twofer is what they call it. That's a technical term.
I just want to add a little bit to that. So think about what your channel goals are when you're choosing that video. So if you're trying to get more watch time, you can find the video that has the most watch time and put that up here. Trying to get more subscribers, find the one that converts the most. Trying to make more money, find the one that's either making the most through ad revenue or through affiliate sales. Really be intentional with the video that you're putting there.
Yeah, well said. Well said. Let's spin this thing. Oh no, don't do it. Don't you do it. That was so close. Optimized playlist. We haven't talked about this one yet today. Optimized playlist, Dee, what you got for me?
Let me find the image here.
Okay.
And I know he's got it, but we're going to look at it. So an optimized playlist is a playlist that tells the audience what your collection of videos would be inside. So you see here we have quick and delicious chicken dinner recipes. All of the videos here are about quick and delicious chicken dinner recipes. What you would not want to do is just put chicken or just put recipes. You want to treat your playlist titles just like you would a video title, because they get recommended to people.
Yeah, the entire playlist can show up in places like search and in places like browse, right on the homepage of YouTube when someone first logs into YouTube and hasn't decided what to watch yet, especially on places like television. I see them there all the time. So here's some of his playlist. The history, what'd I say?
Do you watch a lot of YouTube on your TV?
I do. I watch a lot of YouTube on TV. I didn't used to, but lately I've been getting into it. I'll sit back because we have YouTube TV. So not only will I watch television shows on YouTube TV, I'll watch just YouTube on the television. So I actually enjoy it. The History of Scotch Whiskey, series for studying for for Edinburgh Whiskey Academy exams. Gotcha. The Business of Scotch Whiskey, a series for studying for Edinburgh Whiskey Academy exams. I guess as part of this, there must be some exams involved. An American in Scotland. In June 2018, I visited London, England, and I toured 20 distilleries in Scotland. Kind of cool. Like, I think he's pretty much got it nailed. I will say this. I like the playlists that are here, Eric. What I don't like as much is this stuff up at the top. Created playlists. Videos. These are ones, videos are like the default playlist that just throws your new video in front of the previous video, in front of the, right after the previous video. This is the default playlist before you've done any optimization. When I scroll down, I start to see ones like Irish whiskey, but no description, nothing more than just Irish whiskey. So one of the things I would say to you, my friend Eric, and everybody in the chat, when you're building a playlist title, think about, I always ask myself this: would I name a video this title? Would I name a video Irish whiskey, Scotch whiskey, whatever that might be? And if the answer is no, I bet your answer would be, and I asked you, well, why wouldn't you? You'd say, well, this is not enough. It's not compelling. It doesn't tell anybody anything. This is one of those things that when I'm working with coaching clients, I tell them, this is the moving day strategy. It's like when you're going to move from your house and you grab all the stuff and you put it into boxes and then you tape the boxes shut and then you write on the boxes what's in it. Like, okay, that's my silverware and this is my bath supplies or whatever, from the bathroom. And it's just quick labels so that you know what's in there, but it's not compelling in any way. If you wanted to sell a box of your fine china, you'd take the stuff out and you display it and you'd make a really great Craigslist ad explaining exactly what it is. 19th century, silver set that passed down from my grandmother. You'd explain what it is. So do the same thing when you do your playlist titles and descriptions. Remember that we can't change the way the viewer acts. We can't make them watch a video. But what we can do is improve the viewer's experience. And if we can improve the experience, then we can influence the way they behave. So really think about trying to build optimized playlists for all of your playlists, not just some of them, and then get them right up top. Because when someone lands on your channel, first thing they're going to see is right in front of them. And it just says created playlist videos. Let's get those optimized ones up there. And let's even think about trying to expand them so they're even more compelling. All right.
So Eric is saying when he goes into studio, there is no created playlist.
When he goes into studio, there is no created playlist. When he goes into studio, if he scrolls down, he should see that. Yeah, yes, it would be. There is, if he goes into his customization tab. So let me do this real quickly. If you go into your customization tab, I don't know. Maybe YouTube's having a moment on him.
Yeah.
But if you go into right from your channel, anyone out there, if you go to your channel and you click on Customize Channel, when you pull up my screen that I'm sharing here for a second.
Yep. Let me put you up here.
So you can see right here, this is my channel, and if you scroll down, you'll see right in this upper right here, it says Customize Channel, and if you click on Customize Channel, that'll bring you right to your customization page. This is where you can figure out what you want to put for your new visitor, your returning subscriber, and then you have all these sections you'll see that are already on your channel homepage. Now you can clear them out simply by hanging over the far right. You'll see the 3-dot ellipsis that always seems to show up on YouTube when you hover over something. That's where you can remove the section or you can edit it. And you can also grab this hamburger menu that's more like an equal sign, left click, hold, and then you can change the order just by dragging things around. And up here, right here, is where you can add a section. If you want to add a new section, if it's blue, that means you have the availability to add another section. Click that, and then you can do things like, here you go, Eric. You say there's no such thing as created playlist. There it is right there. Oh, as I drew on it, it disappears. Yeah, but that's where that is. So you want to make sure you get rid of that created playlist. That showed up. What I usually do is I'll actually choose single playlist, and then I'll just choose a playlist that's already optimized. I'll just add that, and then I'll figure out the order I want them in. I put stronger playlists that have been performing well near the top. I put other stuff that might be a little weaker or a little deeper down the rabbit hole. I put that a little bit down the page a bit. Think of it a bit like a newspaper, right? You put your most compelling story, the big headline, right at the front page above the fold. And then when you get into the newspaper, that's where the stories that are they're important, but they're not as important and have as broad a reach as the stuff right up top.
I love it. Hey, Neil, how you doing, Urban Van Life? I got your hat. Thank you so much for sending me a hat. I appreciate it.
I saw Neil at Vid Summit. Yeah. And his wife. Saw both of them. So take that. Now do you feel jealous? Now do you feel like you wish you would come?
All I got was a hat.
He sent you a hat. Did it say "Wish you were here" on the inside of it? No.
Hey, I didn't see any pictures of Vid Summit for a barbecue at Roger Wakefield's house.
He didn't do the barbecue. So what he
not
did,
do the barbecue.
No. So what he did was he's got a brand new piece of property, 10 acres, that he's got multiple buildings on. He's doing it's crazy. He's building studios. He's building plumbing testing ground. It's really crazy. We were going to try to make it out there, but everything happened so fast. It ended up being his birthday a few days later. So like the second night we were there, Roger, being Roger, rented out a whole room in one of the restaurants, and then paid for food and the spread. It was like a really nice, cool Tex-Mex place, and bought everybody drinks, and it was great. So we all basically had barbecue at this restaurant right across the street from Vid Summit. It was really great to hang out with everybody.
Nice.
Oh, she's doing it again. Megan, stop. Megan, do not eat that. No, bad, Megan, bad. This is why we can't have cats. You know, we used to have 6 cats. We're down to 2. We had 4 that just magically disappeared, and Megan said they ran away. I don't know. I can't confirm or deny. I'm just saying that once a year around the end of October, let's just say pets go missing. All right, so I'm going to give that a win. I think that was a win. He's got some optimized playlists there, so that's yay. So we're going to be moving him on to the final wheel spin. Congratulations, Eric. When we get to the end, what we're going to do is we're going to take all the winners, spin the wheel, and then whoever the wheel chooses from all the people who have won and moved on to the final round, that person will be able to pick anything they want, a single item from the Streamyard catalog of merchandise.
Love it. The next word to type in is pumpkin, as in pumpkin spice latte.
Pumpkin?
Or just pumpkin spice.
You're into that pumpkin spice thing, huh?
Man, I'm here for the pumpkin stuff.
Okay.
Candy corn, pumpkin, I'm here for it. But if I had to choose between candy corn or pumpkin, I'm going to go with pumpkin.
Yeah, you know, I'm such a like dark roast, black coffee, no cream, no sugar kind of guy. That pumpkin spice thing, I think I've been pumpkin spiced out.
So I'm going to tell everyone so I'm in Thailand, and we have pumpkin in Thailand. And the Thai word for pumpkin, and this is going to sound like a curse word, so I'm telling you right now, this is not a curse word.
Should we bleep you out?
No, but I'm just saying, it's like an actual word. So I'm just giving everybody a heads up right now.
Okay.
The word for pumpkin in Thai language is fuck tong.
Oh, here we go. We just got demonetized. Could you spell that for us, please?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Yeah, like PH. Yeah, PH.
PH. Yes. Can you spell the whole thing?
Yeah. PHUCTONG.
Okay.
And it's pronounced just like that. Yeah.
Dear YouTube,
joke.
We're just talking pumpkins here. Just talking pumpkins.
Yeah. And as a foreigner who asks for pumpkin sometimes, I still giggle like a little kid when I ask for it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah,
well, no joke. Yeah,
that's what happens. You know, I guess some of the little joys in life of living in a foreign country.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So I hope everyone there has. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is that the correct spelling? PONG.
I mean, there isn't like a correct translation from their language to English, but that's like phonetically, that's accurate.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like a word that I would say after I lost a ping pong match.
Yeah. Oh, and we just lost Daniel. My daughter's in Thailand right now. Oh my God, such a beautiful country. Yeah, it's extra beautiful this time of year because it's the end of the rainy season, so everything's really lush. Everything's super green and fresh air, as long as you're not in Bangkok. We lost Daniel, which is kind of crazy because we were talking earlier about his fiber internet. We're talking about Daniel's fiber internet, and then all of a sudden, I would like to blame the internet. It was my fat fingers. When you get enough black grease makeup into your eye, apparently it's hard to see where all the buttons are, and it's easy to hit the wrong one. So let's not do that. Yeah. I was like, okay, well, his fiber internet just went down, or the Thai pumpkin caper took him offline.
Right. Or Megan chewed through one of the cables that connects my computer to the internet on the street. That could have happened too. She's constantly chewing on stuff. Just lips always going. Stop, Megan. Cut it out. Knock it off.
That old chestnut again.
That old chestnut. All right, so there we go. Where are we at? So he's moving on. We've got him in the final round. What's the word that people are typing? Oh, yeah, it's pumpkin. I've already forgotten the hook pong. I'm going to put a little flair to that word so I don't get demonetized.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, you know, if the... I'm just calling it like it is. It's not a word, you know, it's not like a bad thing over here. All right, ready?
Yes, let's do this thing.
All right, let's do pumpkin.
Editando en minutos. Now, this is another channel name that we have seen here before on YouTube Channel Reviews Live. So I expect good things.
Yeah. And it's always interesting when we're looking at channels in a foreign language. Because as we're not fluent in these foreign languages, it's difficult for us to say, that's a good title, that's a bad title, that's a good playlist.
I did a coaching call with a Spanish channel the other day, and he had asked me beforehand, reached out and said, you know, can we do this? And I said, yeah, I'll just have to have you translate a few titles for me. But we had a great session. His channel's doing fantastic. We got a whole new content strategy for him. I'm loving it. So Portuguese. We get every time we get this wrong. Portuguese, not Spanish.
Portuguese.
Yeah,
Portuguese.
What?
Yeah. Portuguese, no Espanol.
What with the gays? Well, first it was the pumpkin word, and now I think you're really pushing the limit of what you can say here without offending people, D.
Yeah, I believe, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Something like that.
Cool. All right, okay, well, this Portuguese channel, we will not do anything, right? We are just going to pull up the wheel and let it decide what we're looking at. You ready, Lurch? God, he's just so angry. Featured content. Now, didn't we already do featured content? Why is it still here? Oh, did they pick one? Was that a chat choice?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay, that's great. We can look at it again.
Yeah, we just know that we don't have to explain it. We should all know what it is. So let's pull up the channel. And when I'm here, I immediately look down and see, before I've even really scrolled, that there is a wonderful piece of featured content right here for the new visitor who is not subscribed. So that is yay! All the trick-or-treaters are happy to see that happen. So great job on that one. So that's a treat right off the bat. Let's get right into this thing. Spin this wheel again and see what else we're looking at.
Karen says, I'm new here. I thought he looks like Nick. Obviously brothers. How cool is that?
Oh, no.
It's a trick.
Oh, tricks do happen. Sorry about that.
Tricks happen, ladies and gentlemen.
He's probably not surprised. He's like, this isn't my first rodeo here at the Channel Reviews live game show. I know I can come back in later on. I'll keep playing. Hopefully I'll get pulled back up again. Oh, by the way, you know, you don't look like Nick. Nick looks like you.
That's right.
Let's make that clear.
The original.
The elder.
The OG.
The elder brother.
The elder brother. The OG Nimmin, if you will.
Yeah. Trick. Sorry about the trick there, my friend.
Yeah.
But I know your channel looks great anyway. So he's learned a lot along the way. His channel's doing really great. Every time we pull it up, we make the mistake of always saying it's Spanish, and then we go on to praise him because the things he does right on the channel, which is really optimizing everything really well for the viewer.
We have been messing up his channel
for months.
For the entirety that we've been doing this show.
Right.
We always say it's Spanish, and every single time he corrects us about Portuguese. Every single time without fail. We're going to get this one of these times.
You know what the problem is? The real problem here is that I've got cobwebs in my brain, and I can't remember the fact that his channel is Portuguese and not Spanish. This is real. I got to do something with this place. I promise this week I'll clean.
Are those spray cobwebs, or do you tape those up?
No. What, full screen? Give me full screen.
Hold on. Yeah, we're coming. All right.
Do you see the size of the spiders that I have in my studio? They're here. They're just here.
That looks...
I was going to play guitar the other day, and then that one right there stepped in and said, no, not today, mister. Maybe the keyboard. But the Skull Guy's kind of telling me not to play that one either. So, no, I just got giant spiders.
Those look like alien face huggers.
They do. It's what
you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Hey, did you know there's a new alien movie that they're working on?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, it's called Alien Romulus.
Ooh. What's the plot now, I wonder? They got Ridley's pretty much gone, right? Ripley, whatever name, they haven't had her in a while. Then they kept making the alien fight the Predator. I was like, well, what are we doing here?
It is not a prequel and it's not a sequel. It's supposed to take place in the distant universe somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
New
Can't wait to
story.
see it. Maybe there's Romulans in it. Did you see the one they had? They had like the prequel one they had. I think it was the episode, a movie or two back was really good, where they were sort of showing that that initial thing that happened. It was pretty cool.
Prometheus.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. So Pixie Dust Traveler says, does it hurt your channel to not have featured content? I had it for a while. Now I'm experimenting without it. What are your thoughts on that, Daniel?
Does it hurt a store if you go in there and they don't have the product you're looking for? Does it hurt that store if you go in there and they don't have the price of the items that you want to purchase labeled? Does it hurt the store if you grab something off the shelf, go to the front, and then you realize there's no scan sticker on it and you can't easily scan it? All of the things we talk about here, they're really best practices, and the goal here is it's not that one thing specifically really hurts that your channel or will, oh my God, if you don't have featured content, you won't grow. That's not true. But what we're doing here is we're trying to create an experience. We're trying to make sure that when people do come to your channel, that you're building it in a way that really engages them, that really leans on trying to get them to watch more of your content. And if they just look at a giant page of a bunch of little thumbnails, they might find something that they want to watch. But if you know that viewer is not subscribed, and you know that viewer is now on your channel, which means what? They probably watched one of your videos, saw your name, clicked on your name, chose not to subscribe because they are now on your homepage as a not subscribed viewer, but they probably came there from another video. They certainly didn't just go onto YouTube and go, I wonder if someone's got a channel named Pixie Dust Traveler, and type that into search and go to your channel. They probably watch a piece of content. They know something about you, and you know something about them. You know that they got to your channel, they were interested enough to check you out a little further, but they haven't chosen to subscribe. So that's a great place to think about, hey, why don't I put a piece of content there that's really high performing on a couple of things. It really nails my value prop, and I've seen from my data that it does a good job of getting people to convert. Click the subscribe button. So it's perfect opportunities to put things there to change the experience and hopefully grow your channel faster because you're leveraging what you know about the viewer.
Yeah, and think about putting the viewer's interest first, right? Instead of thinking, I want to do this to my channel, I want to do this to my channel, and by all means you can, but think about it in, how would the viewer react to landing on your channel? Make it easy for the audience, for the viewer to find the content that they're looking for. And while you're doing that, try to find high performing video, or be intentional. Maybe it's high performing in regards to views, watch time, or subscribers, or maybe it's a financially successful video. So be intentional, but also keep in mind what the viewer's there trying to find, and make it super, super easy for the audience to find the content that they came there to find.
Yeah, 100%.
You've got a second. You've got a second, maybe 2 seconds, maybe, and that's being generous, to get their attention and to give them the content that they actually want. Or they're going to go. They're going to swipe away. They're going to click away, and they're gone.
Yeah. If there's any confusion, if they don't get it in a second, if they don't immediately see why they should subscribe and bookmark this channel because they've got stuff that, like, man, I totally get it, and I want to make sure I bookmark this so I can come back to it. If it's confusing at all, if you don't use things that are available to you to really get them roped in and get them engaged, I think it's just, I think you're not utilizing, all the options available to you, and you're not going to fire on all the cylinders that you possibly could.
Yep. All right.
Trick 72.
Let's spin it.
Let's do it. Go, Lurch. It scares me when he does that. That was crazy. Ghosty Sierra. I don't know. I like the ghosty part. I'm just going to stop there.
It's an appropriate name for today's theme.
It sure is. Did I see DJ Kaufman out there? Did I see Draw or Die in the house? DJ's the one that I went that he and his wife and Megan and I went to that crazy Titan roller coaster.
Is DJ in here?
I think I saw Draw or Die.
That name is also appropriate for today's theme.
Draw or Die, yes. Okay, I found Ghosty Crow. Ghosty CRO. Is it Crow? I'm going to have to ask him. Crow, CRO? Well, there's the channel. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pull up the wheel, which I have to say is getting awfully thin here. So the good thing is we've gone through all of the eliminations. So you're definitely not going to get kicked out right away. Let's just hope that you've used the best practice, whichever one we land on here. Let's spin. Whee! Oh, sudden death. That's coming. Clear value proposition. We've kind of talked about this a little bit, but Dee, can you quickly explain to people here in the replay what clear value proposition means?
Absolutely. Your value proposition, as you can see on the screen right now, should easily explain to the viewer what your channel is about, who your target audience is, and why they should watch. A lot of people just make a very simple, short statement, and they put that up in their channel art to give the viewer an idea, this is what my channel is about, right? Maybe this is why you should watch. This channel is for you. But we're looking at your channel as a whole. When we look at your channel as a whole, are we able to quickly understand what it's about and why we should watch?
Yeah, 100%. So let me see. Let me pull up this channel quickly here, and I am looking at the Ghosty Crow channel, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Duel Links, and other games. Well, you tell me, Dee, as you're looking at this based on the channel art and looking at some of the other things, you tell me what you need to do. I'll work the channel as you tell me to do it.
Okay, so let's just say I just landed on your channel for whatever reason. Maybe you posted a link on Twitter or X, or whatever you're calling that app these days, and I just click on, oh, that's an interesting title or interesting channel name. I click on it and I land right here. Boom. At a glance, the only thing I know is that there are games involved. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Might be a game. I'm not a gamer, so I'm not your target audience. But the fact that you say gameplay and the fact that you say games, I'm going to assume that you're a gaming channel.
That would be my assumption, right?
Yeah.
Gaming channel. Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't that Megan, is that a card game? Is that here, get over here. Tell me what it is, Megan.
I don't know for sure, but I do think it is similar to a Pokemon type situation.
Okay, all right. Well,
okay.
We'll find out as we move through here. Yep. Well, it sure looks like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and other. I thought it was one of those card games, kind of like Magic the Gathering kind of thing. But I might be wrong. I checked out the Gacha Club mod called Gacha FNAF by I'm looking here. Oh, it looks like it's Yu-Gi-Oh! It looks like it's right for the animation, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
No, but it says Duel Links last episode of the event. So hold on a second.
Is that gaming?
It sure looks like this is. It looks like. Now, definitely looks like a game, like a dueling game. So it's got to be like
Yu-Gi-Oh! See it on the side, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links.
Yeah, right there.
So it is part of the game. Okay.
Yeah, so actually the game. So it is a game. So that's actually a game that he's playing. I gotcha. Okay. Using the characters in the thumbnails, I see that that's going on. So do you think in general, Dee, when you land here, that you feel that you understand what this channel might be about?
Okay. Because I'm not their target audience, the only thing I got out of that was that it was a gaming channel. But I would assume that people who are into Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that how you pronounce it? Scroll back up. Is it Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
If you're into Yu-Gi-Oh!, the fact that it says Yu-Gi-Oh! Up at the top, I right away. I mean, that's definitely a keyword. I go, oh, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel. I love Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, the only thing I'd probably say in terms of really clarifying that that value prop is get some of the Yu-Gi-Oh! If that's really what you lean on a lot, get some of the games, instead of just that red background, bring some of the stuff, all that color and pop that you've got in these thumbnails, get that up into the channel art, so it really explains, because just the Ghosty Crow, or I think I'm going to say it's Ghosty Crow, is a card-based game with cartoons and anime. Gotcha. There we go. There's Paul to the rescue. So that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I thought it was a card-based game, but it also has like animation and other parts to it. So the thing that throws me off is his logo a bit. This is what happens with gamers sometimes. I see that they lean on their gamer tag or their gamer personality because they see a Mr. Beast or a PewDiePie do it. And I got to tell you, both Mr. Beast and PewDiePie grew slower than Dee and I did when they were out of the gate doing that stuff. It took them years, and hundreds of videos to get past 2,500 subscribers, just because it took them a long time to dial it in. I think a lot of gamers make that same mistake. Bless you, Monsterface. I think that they sometimes think, oh, I'll just take my gamer name and I'll put it up there and it'll be cool and it'll be hip. So I like that he's got like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and other games. I think the explanation is there. I would just like to see maybe part of the background on the channel art, come into focus here. We're not on Twitch, we're on YouTube. People want to be able to understand what this is about and realize why they want to get involved with your channel and maybe subscribe.
Yeah, without even knowing what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, if you would have had some of the anime characters up top and I saw gaming, I could have put that together a lot faster than him having to scroll down.
Yeah, it took us literally playing a video and seeing the Duel Links kind of happening to go, oh, there's the imagery we're looking for. That's right. What, this right here, this whole section was like, oh, I kind of get what's going on. If you'd done something like this in your channel art, maybe I would have got it a little quicker if I saw that, it was actual what the game was like and what it was. It's really leveraging the fact that you have to really know Yu-Gi-Oh! You have to really be invested in it. And does that make you, the question becomes, does that make you stand out? And I usually look at things like, well, how are the videos performing? If you're crushing it, then who am I to tell you what to do? And we're looking at 21 hours, 9 views, 6 days ago, 27 views, 10 days, 19 views, 2 weeks ago, 20 views, 2 weeks ago, 74 views. They start to do better over time. So you're starting to get some traction, but I think you can leverage some of the things we're talking about to connect with people who may not know who you are and start to understand not just leveraging Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, but leveraging what it is that you bring to this conversation, what sets you apart. Don't just leverage the game, leverage what it is you do that sets you apart from anyone else who might be playing this game or making videos and content about this game.
Yep.
What are we calling this one?
Clarity is the name of the game.
Clarity. Right on the fence, right on the, hold on. I think this should be the deciding factor. Well, let me see how long he's been at this. I'm going to go oldest video. He started uploading 7 years ago. I'm thinking he's been around long enough. It was brand new channel, I'd say. You've probably never heard any YouTube advice. You're just trying to figure it out. I'm thinking this one, for me, this one's a miss. What do you think, D?
Let's throw it to the audience.
Audience, what do you think? All of you happy trick-or-treater beasts out there in the chat. Thumbs up if you think that this actually did a pretty good job of explaining what this channel's about and why someone would want to watch this content. Or thumbs down if you think it missed the mark and didn't quite do it.
Yeah, I'm on the fence on this one.
It's close.
I knew it was gaming, but I just wasn't sure. Like, what about gaming?
Yeah.
But see, if I were into what was it called?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! If I were into Yu-Gi-Oh! I would have nailed it. I'm like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel. So
yeah. It's one of those things you got to, you learn how to, pivot and connect with people. And when I'm in doubt, I always say, like, listen, I may not know that niche as well as he does. So I start looking at how well the content's connecting. That's the first thing that's why I was paying attention to the kind of views he's been driving. Let me see. Glad that Paul explained it. I am seeing thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs up.
We're all on the fence
thumbs
here.
Down. Hey, I think we're on the fence. Let's give it to him. Let's not play. It's Halloween. We're going to give it to you. So that's going to be yay, the trick-or-treaters love you. So we're going to call that one. We're going to call that a treat. Let's spin the wheel again, and let's see what we're going to look at. We may not be quite so generous on the next spin. DJ, does this sound like the Titan going up the tracks?
There it is.
End screens. Have we talked about end screens? I don't think so. D, could you quickly explain what end screens are and how they can help a channel grow faster?
Absolutely. In screen, I have an example up on the screen right now. It is another opportunity to lead the viewer to another video. Of course, this goes on the end of your video. Some people call them an outro. You want to take advantage of all of the tools that YouTube gives us, the cards, the end screens, links in the description, the pinned comments. All of these tools allow us to move the viewer from the content that they're watching once they finish it and get them on to watch another video. And Daniel, this is probably a great opportunity to actually explain how all these tools work together. You wanna jump on that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, in any given video, you have 4 places that you can recommend another piece of content. The first one being your card, which we were talking about earlier. You can put a card in. Best practices on that card is you want to put that somewhere about 80% of the way through the video. If you look where the playhead is on the specific image that Dee has up, which it's really close to the end, and you can see in the upper right there's a white dot. When you get near the end, the little teaser text will pop out and capture the viewer's attention and say, hey, if you're really liking this video, I've got another thing you might be interested in. Card, that's the first place you can put a piece of content recommendation in the video they're watching. Now, the second place that you can put a piece of recommended content is in your end screen. So if you look down on the lower right of this image, end screen, that's what we're talking about right now, is when you get to the end of your video, you can have an entire video thumbnail show up with the title plastered right on top of it. It just looks great, and you can say, this is the video I think would be a great fit for someone who's watched this video and enjoyed it. So right at the end, it's pushing them towards another piece of your content. Get them watching, keep them watching. But there are 2 other places that you can also add recommendations for other content. And that's one, in the description. You can put a featured link in the description right above the fold. Make sure it's not buried below the show more, which I think they just now changed to only say more. I guess the show was too many words. So you can put it right there, and don't be afraid to do like Dee did here. Use an emoji like a hand pointing at it. Watch next, easy chicken ramen recipe. And it'll really help make that pop out and catch the viewer's attention. The fourth place is down below. It's that pinned comment on the lower left. See right here, if someone's there leaving a comment, you can leave a comment on your own video. And then once you post it, you can actually hit the 3-dot ellipsis in the right, and then you can choose to delete it, edit it, or pin that comment so it stays at the very top no matter how many other comments come in. In this case on the screen, you can see 176 comments were there, but this one's right at the top just below where that person is going to be leaving their comment. What's great about using this and the link in the description is if that person is leaving a comment and you've got them on top and bottom, you're going to have that viewer sandwiched with recommendation when they're leaving a comment right above them, right below them. Really powerful way to go, hey, no matter where you look, you're going to see some recommendation for another content. Now, one of the things we like recommending is use the same video in all 4 places. Card, end screen, link in the description, and link in the pinned comment. If you do that, if 4 different people take 4 different actions and all click different things, they all send the same traffic signal back to YouTube that all of the people watching your current video are all going on to watch this other video. And if YouTube starts getting all that traffic signal of those things working together, they'll start recommending that up next video or other similar pieces of content from your catalog to the new viewers, other people who haven't done anything yet. And that's how you can get your content to actually start showing up in suggested, in that sidebar next to your own videos. You can get that happening more frequently because you're getting other viewers to send positive traffic signals to YouTube. Lots of people all seem to be going on to watch this other video. This was a 7-video series that I did. This is a 48-hour timestamp window. So you're looking at 2 days worth of views. If you look in the upper left, this is a playlist where I've had 7 different videos all put together. And each one of them pushed towards the next in the card, end screen, link in the description above the fold, and pinned comment. The first video, if you look, got almost 41,000 views in 24 hours. And the highest performing traffic source for that first video was Browse. YouTube putting that video in front of people that it knew was the right kind of target audience for that video. But once they got near the end, they'd start, no matter what they saw, card, end screen, link in the description, pinned comment, it all pushed towards the second video. And if you look at that, read this like a book, the one to the, if you read from top, upper left across to the right, the next video was 7,336 views in 2 days. That one was the one that was in the card, end screen, link in the description, and pinned comment. And if you look at the highest traffic source for that particular video, it's suggested. That one pushes to the third one, also highest performing traffic source, suggested. But if you notice, these all start getting pushed down. But look at the crazy blue line. We've said this before. Someone told me once, it looks like a guy lying on his back with really big feet. And now I can't stop seeing that. But you'll see that all of these videos have the same view pattern, meaning the one at the beginning, the one that got almost 41,000 views in 2 days, when it wasn't driving views, the other ones didn't do much either. But when it really started popping like a train, it pulled all those other ones with it. It had to, because every time someone would watch, they'd get near the end, card, end screen, link in the description, pin comment, pushing them towards the next. And each one would go down the line. So instead of just getting 41,000 views in 48 hours, I was able to take 7 videos and add another 7,300 views, another 6,900 views, another 5,500 views, another 3,200 views. So I added another 30,000 or so views on top of this by just creating a watch time view funnel trap that if I got them watching the first one, I knew it was going to push them towards the next one. Oh my God, you just scared me. I didn't expect that face. So this works. This is exactly what Dee was showing. That's actually data from a video series I did earlier in the year. When you nail this strategy, get out there and use them together. Don't forget to do these things, and don't put 7 cards in and 2 end screens. Get it all together. Just go, hey, I'm going to put the same thing, 1 card, 1 end screen, 1 link in the description, 1 pin comment link. I'm going to push them all in a very specific direction. I say when you're small, push them to the same video, and that can actually send the right traffic signals to YouTube to get them to start recommending your content.
Okay, Sketches in Scrubs ask a great question. It says, some people have advised against cards, decreasing retention. No. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts on
that? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. You do it. I talked enough. You go, buddy.
No. Go ahead. I insist.
Well, YouTube, anyone who says not to use cards isn't paying attention to strategy, right? YouTube recommends, by best practices, do not put a card anywhere sooner than 80% of the way through your video. Me, I drop them literally about 5-6 seconds before my end screen pops up. I have a 41.7% click-through rate on cards. 41.7% click-through rate on cards on my channel because I know where to put them and I know what to put in them. They're right at the very end. They're in the last like 15 seconds. It's like if I have the last 10 seconds as an end screen, I'll go like 15 back and I'll have a card pop up, catches their attention. Like, ooh, what was that? And then the end screen shows up too. And now I've got them working together. I'm going, hey, check this out, check this out, check this out. So no, don't put them in the middle of your video or at the beginning. They would be right. If someone said, hey, don't use cards early on, you're right. You can increase your bounce rate and push people off of your video. Use them near the end, like YouTube tells us, 80% of the way through the video or more. So use a positive strategy. Don't not use them. Just use them in the right place. That's not going to hurt your retention.
Illegal Minded Friends with Karen Cole says end screens do not show for non-subscribers.
Untrue. Untrue.
Yeah, that is
untrue. End screens do not show if you are not logged in. If you happen to watch a video and you're not logged in, say you happen to, it was embedded somewhere and you're not logged into YouTube, then you are correct. You will not show. So it's people who are not logged in don't always see end screens, but not non-subscribers. People, there's plenty of channels that every channel we pull up here to see if you're using end screens. I'm not subscribed to most of them, and we always see the end screens. So just so you're aware, let's make sure you get that part right. You want to make sure you have the information right so you're making the right strategy choices.
There you go. Where are we at on this channel? So we did the clear value proposition.
Yeah, I think we said we were going to give it to him. And then what was the last thing we got down a rabbit hole of? We were talking about end screens. We're going to see if he's using end screens. Let me quickly grab one of his videos, something that has a few more views. This one got 74. Let me go to the end of this video and see if he's using. He's got thanks for watching.
Looks like it.
And he's got 2 end screens right there. So that is hooray, he's using them. Like I said, consider maybe doing 1. This might be his choice and then maybe best for viewers. Sometimes people think, I'll just put a whole bunch up there and maybe YouTube choose 1. As long as you have them there, I'm happy. That's a huge win. But really think about strategy and putting stuff there that you can push them towards, that you know better than YouTube what video would fit better after the one you're watching. YouTube just randomly picks something that maybe they haven't seen or something that's on your channel, which sometimes works and then sometimes doesn't. I always beat YouTube's percentages when I do tests and go, I'll let them pick for, a month and then I'll put specific videos. I always win. I always get the right one. I always get a higher percentage of clicks on my end screen.
All right.
So that is a win. I'm sorry, that's a win. Yay, he's going to move on. Let's get him into the winner's circle.
Now, normally we would have started a sudden death 20 minutes ago.
Wow.
But since this is a Halloween special and since we're already an hour and 20 minutes in, we're not going to do sudden death today. We're just going to keep on trucking. Do we still have a couple of slices left on the wheel?
I think we do, my friend. Let me get Ghost Crow. I got to get this right because I will spell it wrong. Into the winner's wheel here. Ghost Crow.
C-R-O.
Yeah, C-R-O.
Ghost Crow, C-R-O.
And then channel. Okay, so let me just make sure I have him in here. Okay. So I don't, if he wins at the end, I want to make sure that that we have his channel in here, and I go like, I got the right name, because we'll have to. Oh, jeez, you know what? I'm having a fingers day. I'm having a fingers day. Ever have one of those fingers day with this like things don't work?
Yeah.
Push buttons and nothing happens.
Yes. So we have 66 people who have typed in sudden death. If you are new to our show, we normally change to a different portion where you get one spin and one shot. Everything moves a lot quicker. But because we've already passed our limit here for sudden death, we're just going to keep on trucking.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Trucking. Why not?
All right. So sudden death, 69 entries, 70 entries. Get that in there. Type that into the chat as you see it. Sudden death. Sudden death. That's kind of Halloween themed. Sudden death.
It is.
Can I just do the voice? We just pretend it's sudden death and go,
Sudden death.
There you go. Let's spin it. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
Christina Gomez. Let's see if we can find her channel nice and easy. Nice, easy to understand, memorable name. C-R, no H, Christina Gomez. Let's see what Christina's up to on YouTube. There she is. I have her channel. What's that?
Okay. We've had
this channel
before.
Yeah, this looks very familiar. We've definitely pulled up this channel before. 54,000 subscribers, doing great. 604 videos. Good subscriber count on a relatively low amount of videos to hit that. Well done, my friend. Yeah, this is very familiar. Okay. So what we're going to do, we have only a few slices left on this wheel. Let's pull this thing up. Give you candy corn, people. Type it as you see it. Candy corn, capital C, no spaces in between. But let's take the wheel, spin it, and see what we're going to look at on Christina Gomez's channel. Clear thumbnails. We've talked about this many times before. I don't know if we've talked about it specifically today. Have we, D?
Clear thumbnails. Did we talk about clear thumbnails? I don't think we did discuss clear thumbnails. When we're talking about clear thumbnails, we mean first and foremost an effective thumbnail that wins the click. But we're also looking for things that are easy to see, easy to understand on a mobile device, right? A lot of people are looking on YouTube on their phones. So if you're putting text on there, make sure it's easy to read on a mobile device. Don't use fancy pants fonts. Use simple, easy to read fonts. Make sure your colors have contrast. Don't clutter up your thumbnails too much. When it comes to thumbnails, this is definitely a case of less usually is better than cluttering them with a bunch of stuff. And if you can, try to have some sort of a central focus in the thumbnail so your eyes know what to look at.
Yeah. This is kind of interesting when you go back to some of the older thumbnails on the channel that were, you know, a little more text heavy, maybe not quite as clear. Some of these ones down here from a year ago, you know, it was like there's a lot of things going on, a little bit of clutter. We probably would have talked to Christina about maybe decluttering just a little bit and being careful with you know, where the viewer's eyes getting pulled. But you go up here and you start seeing some of these new ones, and check out some of this stuff here with the Skinwalker Ranch, Pete Kelsey season 4 interview. This is really like bright, like great choice of font.
That's
too.
good.
It really pops, but it's still readable. This is really nice, and there's a pattern here that she's using. That's these sort of an episode, season 4. She's doing season 4 interviews, creating this, you know, featuring a different person that they're interviewing. I kind of dig it, man. I think that's like very stylized branding. Like if I really love these videos, and I'm going to tell you right now, let's look at the kind of views she's driving. Right from the last 5 months, 11,000 views, 6,900 views, 16,000 views, 3,600 views, 13,000 views, 9,900 views, 7,400 views. 2 months ago, 10,000 views. Probably got some shorts going on in between, I would say. I bet you there are right in here, right?
Yep.
But really nice job of creating a brand by really creating like a color scheme and a look, so that if you've seen one and you really enjoyed it, it really would be a matter of, if you're interested in that guest and that story, you know, you go right down the rabbit hole, and all of these are pushing thousands of views. So, I mean, I'm saying these thumbnails are really well done. The new stuff, she's starting to really dial it in.
The new style, I think, is fantastic.
Yeah.
Those are so vibrant. I don't know how that's going to look on a white background, but I'm guessing equally as vibrant. But as soon as you pulled this up and I saw that, just that color explosion, and even though my monitor's a little bit far away, and even though everything is small, I can read the text. So yeah, I think these are a win.
Yeah, I think even on the white background, I just blinded myself. Just like, but that still pops. Really, no, stop! No, don't use
eyes.
light mode. Yeah, that's really nice. Done a nice job, and it works great on the dark too. So I love it. Hooray! That's one treat. Let's see if we can get another treat out of this wheel spin, shall we?
Hey, Daniel, just FYI, Ghosty CRO is not male. She, her.
Oh, it's a she. I'm sorry.
Yep, apologies.
I see the bleeding skull, and then I see, I just went,
Yep.
that's a guy. That's a guy all day long.
Apologies.
Yeah, sorry.
Yep.
I should know better because my own Megan is just, when she's not busy chewing on things, she's just like, she's the one. She's like over there going like, hello, skulls, girl.
What's she eating now?
She back to the brains. I just every time it's don't even licking it is gross. Stop it. Stop.
Don't.
I tell her just leave it alone.
Yeah. You can catch something by doing that.
I
That's not
know.
very sanitary.
I know, and it was one of the neighbors. That's the hard part. I liked him. He was a good guy. He used to let us borrow tools and stuff, but
yeah,
I have to explain to her, to the husband and the wife, like, sorry about that. Megan was hungry. All right, let's pull up the wheel and spin this thing.
Old Jester, as he's known in the neighborhood. Old Jester.
Right. Megan the Muncher.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one popped back last minute there. Host choice. Dee, I'm going to let you choose because I've been talking my lips off here. So why don't you pick something, anything you want to pick that you want to look at on this channel?
I want to look at playlists.
Playlists. It's a good choice. I think those are so powerful if you do them right. Let's see what
100%, man.
All right, so I'm going to do this.
If you are not putting together well-optimized playlists, you are missing out.
Yeah.
You are absolutely missing out.
Okay, so I'm going to go down because this is the newer series she's been doing. I'm seeing a lot of playlist titles. I'm seeing a lot of descriptions. So an example here is Skinwalker Ranch. Interviews, reviews, and discussions focused on the topic of Skinwalker Ranch in Utah in insights into the TV show The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Above it, I see UFOs. In these shows, you'll find interviews with UFO researchers, witnesses, journalists, and enthusiasts sharing their latest research data and findings about this fascinating topic. Let me go a little farther here. What else you got? Weekly Strange News. She's got a Weekly Strange News podcast here that she does. That's a strange and bizarre news reports that never make the headlines are reviewed in this weekly show every Friday. I mean, I like it. I think it's good. I think I get it. I understand what's going on. I think it works really well with the titles and thumbnails. What do you think?
Yep, I love it.
All right. I
love it.
Boom, that's 2 treats. That means that our friend, definitely a female. See, listen, we're men of simple means. If you're a female, and we don't see you in the video or in the thumbnail, we're going to get it wrong. And we might even think you're Spanish when you're Portuguese. We apologize for that. We are flawed individuals. I haven't gotten any sleep. Dee barely has any internet. It rained, and he almost had his entire studio wash away. That's how it goes.
Yeah, one of those days.
What are we doing? Oh, wait a minute. I got to
put our birds' heads are falling off.
Oh, man. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get this.
All right, so the word to type in right now, if you have not typed it in already, is candy corn with no spaces. Candy corn.
Your favorite.
Which is my favorite candy this time of year.
Do I need to send you some? Is that what I need to do?
No,
Do I need to send a care package?
Listen, just because I love it doesn't mean that I need to eat it.
Oh, yeah, okay. I feel you.
Yeah. But I can tell you that during previous Vid Summit trips back to the U.S., we would go to something like Target, for example, or Walmart, and purchase a very large bag of candy corn, and I would eat it until I would feel sick.
Just stock up on it. It is one of those man, boy, there is a fine line between clever and stupid. when you reach I think I just can have one more candy corn. No, then then you're vomiting.
With candy corn, there's a fine line between this is the most delicious thing I've ever put in my mouth, and then one piece of candy later, I'm going to throw up. I've made a terrible mistake. Yeah.
Megan's favorite candy used to be Reese's peanut butter cups, and then one year I bought her this it's like a 1 pound. It was a seasonal giant Reese's peanut butter cup, and she ate a little bit of it, and I don't think she's eaten them since. She's just like, it was too much. It threw me off. I've had that problem with tequila.
My second favorite candy would be maple nut goodies.
What the heck is a maple nut goodie?
What the hell? They're beige, brownish beige. They're maple nut.
Really?
Like, I think it's like nougat and like a nut in there. It's like, oh my god!
I think that sounds like what's the there's one that has
like
a
a
yellow
Canadian
and red
thing.
wrapper. There's that's similar like that I like. What's that one called, Megan? Do you remember what that one's called?
The bit of honey.
Bit of honey. Oh, I love bit of honey. Yeah, I'm a weird that way. I like black licorice and bit of honey. I like all the candy that most people go, that's disgusting. Why do you eat that?
You guys like old people candy.
We are old people. No wonder we we eat appropriately.
You like the type of candy that creeps would put razor blades in as a kid, right?
100%. I'm not quite at the point where I like the stuff that my grandmother would put out, like the hard ribbon candy that would be in a bowl on the table. I'm not that far gone, right? I do like an occasional circus peanut too. I think I like all the wrong candies for all the wrong reasons, but that's how I am. That's how I roll. Okay, candy corn. Do
they still trick or treat in your neck of the woods?
Yeah, they definitely do. But we live kind of in a somewhat isolated fishing community, really close to the coast. And some streets, like everyone trick or treats on, and ours we only have a few people that show up. Look at, she loves maple nut candy too. I guess I got to find out this maple nut candy thing.
There might be like an official name for it. I always known it as a maple nut candy, maple nut goodies. But
I'll have to check them out. Maybe I've had them before and I just don't realize it. I just didn't know the name.
So good. It's just like pure, high fructose corn. Like, it's like you eat it and you're like diabetic instantly.
Your eyes roll in the back of your head. And the next thing you know, the doctor's cutting your leg off, but it sure was a good maple nut candy.
Gotta amputate the leg.
Right. Take it. I got another. Just give me another candy, Doc. Shall we roll this thing?
Candy.
More candy.
All right.
Let's roll it.
Let's go. All right.
R&R, currency and collectibles. R&R, rest and relax, right? Maybe not R&R. That might be the wrong R&R. Currency.
All right. So Nick comes in. First of all, Nick, I can't believe that you're even still awake. What is going on, dude? Because I know like jet lag since like when you fly from the United States to Asia, you usually pass out at like 7 p.m. if you're if you're pushing it to try to make it, you're done by 7. And it's 12:30 over here a.m. He's still going. So he says, I looked all over the place for maple nut goodies. Brock's makes them, but they don't seem to sell them anymore.
Really? Oh.
I don't know if I want to live in a world without maple nut goodies. I'll just, I don't know if that's the world I want to live in. What have you guys done? I thought this was America. What have you done to America? What have you done to the United States?
You're sitting there saying, like, you still make black licorice, but there's no maple nut.
Exactly. Exactly.
That happens. All right, I found the channel.
Thought this was America.
Now, listen, this is really close here because we really only have 2 shots on the wheel. That's not the right wheel. Let me pull up the other wheel. Where did it go? Come back here, Happy Halloween. That's the wheel.
Walmart still has them in the old people candy section.
It's in the like the dollar bin, right? And it's all like it's post dated. It's you got to eat it by Thursday.
Yeah. I
love it. Shut up, DJ. Okay. All right, why don't we spin this thing? Which one could it possibly be? Which slice will it be?
What are the slices?
Featured link and pinned comment.
Okay.
I think it's going to be featured link. So featured link in the description. And the other one was pinned comment, so we just it resets the wheel. So that's the 2 things we're going to look at, I guess, right now. No chances of spinning anything else. So featured link in the description and pinned comment. Let me find your channel. It's right here. And then I'm going to look let me find a video that's got some decent amount of views on it here. That should definitely have these things going on. Scroll down a little bit, scroll down a little bit.
Hold on. Nick says they didn't even have them at Cracker Barrel.
What? Wait a minute.
There's a problem. Yeah,
is Cracker Barrel still a thing?
If you can't get maple nut goodies at Cracker Barrel, something's wrong.
Yeah. It's like not being able to get meat and cheese at Cracker Barrel, I would assume. That's the only thing I know
All
to
right.
sell.
Did you pick one?
I'm just going to grab one. Here's one here. So here's this. I'm looking for a featured link and what was it? Pinned comment? Is that the two?
Yeah, and real quick, I'm going to go through here and just again show you what he's looking for.
Right.
We're looking for something like this. That's a pinned comment, and that would be a featured link. You don't necessarily have to link out to another YouTube video, but we're looking for intentionality, linking out to something with intention.
And when I go down into his description, he absolutely does have two different videos here that are linked. He's not featuring specifically one of them up top. You might want to think about that. I think that can be important. Maybe consider, my friend, just moving that up when I click show less. Maybe get it like right the first sentence of your description, hit the return button, drop it in, hit the return button again so that that featured link is there in its own line, not wedged in a giant paragraph, and then pick the rest of your description up from there on. But he's got them, I saw too, and I also said pinned comment, and my friend does have a pinned comment right here, side-by-side comparison with Genius Note. See the first video here, and he's got it right there pinned, so I gotta say that's a
Nailed it.
that's a double hooray. Whoops, there it is. These kids, you can't work with kids. They just, they're not good actors. All right, so that's a win. That means that that R&R Currency and Collectibles is going to be moving into the final round. So let me add him into the winners circle.
I think it's time for a winner's circle spin.
I think we might be there too, my friend. R&R, what was it again? Currency and Collectibles. Currency, and I'll get it. I promise I'll get it. I'm just slow typer on an iPad. Collectibles. If spelling doesn't count, does it?
It doesn't count.
Yeah, just as long as I kind of know what it is, I think I win. Yeah. Okay, and there, and done, and let's go. And then let's get this, and then let's pull up the winner's wheel. And I've got, it says Winers. Okay, that's wrong. Okay. I have the wheel. Let me share the wheel, and let's get on to that final spin. Oh, how you doing over there, Lurch? You still feeling good? Okay, he still seems to be happy. So let's spin this thing and see who our final winner is of the day.
We have the same. No, different werewolf.
Oh, do we? Different werewolves?
I thought it was the same, man.
I was going to say Lurch is over your house, too. R&R Currency and Collectibles came sliding in at the very end, and he is our winner from the final wheel spin. Congratulations. So listen, Megan is going to put her email into the chat, megan@danielbatal.com. What you want to do is just reach out to her, connect with her. She will confirm your identity and give you a link so that you can pick anything you want out of the Streamyard catalog of merchandise. Then we will get that shipped out to you immediately. While you are talking to Megan, please keep your fingers and brain away from her face. She is a chomper.
We just found out breaking news here. The artist Haven says Brock's discontinued Maple Nut Goodies in 2022. What? How do you discontinue something that's been around for decades?
Yeah, that's my question.
How do you
I'd like to know how you discontinue a candy like that I never even knew existed, without even getting a chance to try it to see if I liked it or not. I think that's some foul play.
Black licorice is still being sold.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's wonderful. I rub it under my eyes.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you right now that that's pretty much the first sign of the end of the Republic,
Is that what it is?
Good luck. Good luck over there, everybody.
Second sign of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Locusts and then maple candy being removed from the shelves.
It's the end of the Republic as we know it. Wow.
All right. Well, listen, everybody who's been hanging out and playing along with us, it's been really great having you here. Thanks for enjoying us on this silliness that we do here the second Saturday of every month on the Streamyard channel. I hope all of you have a wonderful Halloween. If you do celebrate, get out there, have some fun, spend some time with friends, dress up, be stupid. That's what it's all about. We love this time of year. Megan loves this time of year, don't you, Megan? Ready? No, put the brain down, Megan. Put the brain. This is what I deal with. Oh, we doing that again? Oh,
We're doing this again. Okay. We are doing this again.
Okay, there we go. All right, we're back in it. All right, people. Dee, I'd like to say thank you to you for all the wonderful graphics and everything you built to allow the show to be what it is every month. A fantastic job, my friend.
I think we need a pose here for a screenshot. Can somebody take a screenshot and maybe...
Okay, hold on. Wait a second. I got to get the hair. It's a whole thing with the hair. Yeah. It has its own zip code, and it has its own manager and agent. I got to talk to them once a day.
Somebody take a screenshot and then send this to us on Twitter or something.
Get that screenshot.
Get it.
There we go.
Did you get the screenshot?
We got it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Mr. Batal, thank you so much. Megan, put the brain down, put the cat down. We are back here the second Saturday of every month. We will see you next month. Have an awesome rest of your month and Halloween.